Nosbetha Croeso Lakeside. Welcome to day 6 here at the 2025 WDF Lakeside World Championship. This is the home of World Darts. This is Lakeside. We continue the second round of the Open competition, and we welcome to the stage a man who came through the Lakeside World Championship qualifiers. This year's Irish Classic semi-finalist from the Republic of Ireland, Chuckles Stephen Rosney. His opponent is a former WDF World Masters semi-finalist, the former Riga Open and Swedish Open champion from Switzerland, Thomas Junghans.
Hello everyone and welcome along to the wonderful Lakeside for day 6 of this year's WDF World Darts Championship. You join us in round 2 of the Open Championship, and already there have been some headline-making performances. Mitchell Lawrie in particular is stealing the limelight at just 15 years old. He's broken records this year, and come Sunday night, more might tumble. Last year's champion Shane McGurk has been rock solid on his title defence, but the star performer has been New Zealand's Ben Robb. The Kiwi ended the hopes of a former champion in Neil Duff on Monday evening. Tonight marks the final round 2 games of the Open tournament before the format is extended, and little by little we find out who's got what it takes to triumph on this famous stage. It is Switzerland against the Republic of Ireland to kick us off. Thomas Junghans comes here as the number 14 seed, won 5 titles in the WDF before, a quarter-finalist on this stage last year, and he takes on a debutant Stephen Rosney, who was excellent in dispatching Jim McEwan in round 1. In his first of 3 sets, in this Open Tournament competition in the company of myself, Dan McCarthy, and someone who won on this stage. Was it 10 years ago now, Scott Mitchell?
Yeah, just over 10 years ago, but it still feels like yesterday, I have to say, Dan. But especially when you walk back through the auditorium today and you come through those front doors, it all comes flooding back. But yeah, it's all about somebody else experiencing that now here in 2025.
Well, Stephen Rosney is looking to follow in the footsteps of his countryman Shane McGurk, who became the very first winner from the Republic, beating Paul Lim last year. And he did plenty of that against Jim McEwan. The scoring phase of the game was excellent in the qualifier, but it's a little bit untidy in some of his doubling. If he sorts that out, then Junghans might have a problem.
Yeah, I've known Stephen Rosney obviously through international play, Six Nations and things like that, and he's an absolute terrier at the board. You know, the fight that he has in him, and you could see it coming from a while ago, from stepping up from the international scene. He's then going to go on and start doing things individually with himself. And I was actually at the qualifiers in Hungary when he turned over Riccardo Castanelli, Italian, in the last game, and
60.
His scoring was right on point and he never missed a double, and he deserves to be here. And now he's beat Jim McEwan as well. I think Thomas is going to have to play his top game to see off Rosny.
Well, he did play a big part for the Republic of Ireland in the Six Nations campaign in Merthyr Tydfil back in the summer. He's looking to start strongly here.
70.
Yeah, some people may have seen that as well on S4C. Coverage of that.
138. Stevie Unicorn, 40.
Tops for Rosny. Now double 10.
Yeah, that's been short in the first.
That's exactly what he wanted. Minimal fuss in the first leg. It's an early break of throw, early confidence settler.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the secret to this place is getting out there and hitting your first treble 20 as quickly as you can and hitting your first 180. Well, Stephen's done that in that first leg. Then he's gone and finished it off, and I think that's superb. It's a superb opening start, but you've got to remember, this isn't Thomas Junghans' first rodeo, you know. He's been around for a fair while, a lot more experience than we give him credit for, and he's one of those players where kind of gets in the way of his dart in life. Kind of never turned full-time pro, and so everything he's achieved up to now has been working full-time and doing darts as kind of a glorified hobby.
60.
Does have a winning record on the Lakeside stage, Thomas Junghans. This is his third appearance in 3 years. Got to the last 16 a couple of years ago before losing to the eventual runner-up Chris Lambert. And then he was beaten by Francois Schreyen last year in straight sets. So hopefully he'll go one or two better from his point of view.
Yeah, two quality throwers there. He's lost two. That's nothing too much to worry about. But we get to these TV stages, gets last 32s, last 16s. You expect to have a fight. You expect to have somebody do something to you. It's how you react to it and how your mannerisms and how your mental strength reacts to it.
Well, a nightmare visit from Rosny gives Junghans an opportunity here.
99.
And he takes it of sorts, leaves Shanghai.
57. Thomas Unicorn, 120.
All the 20s here. Now that could be awkward. The dart is standing up.
He'll go to the right-hand side of that, which is what he tried to do. There would have been a slight sort of gap to the right-hand side, and he would have fancied that. Really needed that first dart to be higher. So 114 for Rosny here. Treble 18, Now it's tops.
94.
Kind of looped that one up there, didn't he? Didn't throw it with a bit of, ferocity that it needed.
He's not moving along the oche. He didn't need to put that one in the top corner, and Thomas Junghans equalises the first set.
Yeah, if that was a penalty, that would have been the best penalty you could have ever taken, right in that top right-hand corner. What we do have to remember is that whole red bit is the double top, so it doesn't matter which bit it's in. As long as it's in, you won't worry about it as a player.
$65.
Bit of a saviour find there for Rosny, because Junghans has now taken that break straight back. Something methodical about the Junghans throw. He will not be rushed. He will not be moved along. And as I say, you can see that Rosny's more of a rhythm thrower. I wouldn't go so far as to say a rat-tat-tat. He's not quite that quick. But the rhythm that he throws with is definitely a totally different pace than Junghans. And this is what fascinates people that don't play darts regularly. They don't understand how sometimes, if you're quite a quick player, how difficult it is to deal with a slower player. A slower player is always able to deal with a quicker player. That's not a problem to them. It's usually another player of similar pace that causes a problem to a more deliberate thrower.
60. $41. Thomas, you require 146.
Well, a pretty wild effort at treble 20.
Yeah, well, generally 146.
Stephen, you require 152.
New way is to go treble 19s, and he went back up to the top. Confused us a little bit.
100.
He's put a certain amount of pressure on this 24, but Junghans to hold throw here.
Yeah,
he does that nicely. Bang in the centre. But also the same result as when he hit the top corner of the double top. It puts a leg, an extra leg on your side of the scoreboard, which is what you're chasing now. Rosny has to hold throw here to stay in the set. And it's probably one of those legs where if you're Thomas Junghans, these ones, you can relax a little bit because you know you've got your own throw at the end maybe to close the set out. And as a player, you will always back yourself when you've got the throw.
58.
So this is kind of a three hit for Junghans to try and steal this throw and take the set 3-1.
Has been made to wait quite patiently to get his opportunity this year, waiting until day 6 of the competition. You came to Lakeside many times as a seeded player. Did you prefer to play at the start of the week, get your first game over with, or did you not mind waiting?
I played the first game on a couple of occasions, and I have to be honest with you, I lost one of them, and I was on my way home by about 20-1 on the first Saturday. And, back in those days when we were on BBC Live, it was only match 2 that came onto the screens live. So I was actually already home and gone before the BBC coverage started. And that really does mess you up a little bit, your whole year being gone so quickly. So it is difficult to hold. I prefer to be playing on the Monday or Tuesday, definitely.
58. Stephen, you require 106.
It's a Wednesday assignment for Junghans, who looks destined to lose this fourth leg of the first
86.
set. Rosny misses tops, goes beneath.
$95. Stephen, you require 20.
So then for 2-2, Rosny takes it. Very assertive on that one. Wants to hold throw here for the set, but what will be concerning him more is how many darts he's having under the treble 20. Every first
60.
darts, which is causing a bit of a blocker and a problem to him. This whole flight and stem setup is of that of a fairly solid plastic variety. And when you drop one that low in front of the treble, it's very difficult to get past without having a deflection.
60.
And a deflection that you don't want into the 1 or 5. So he needs to kind of sort that out and try and make sure.
55.
Sometimes you have to be careful because the adrenaline can take over and you can throw extra fast through your arm speed with the nerves goes a little bit quicker than usual, and then all of a sudden you're throwing a throw that you don't know. I think Thomas has gone the other way. This is good. This is good. But sometimes you go the other way and you're fully aware that the adrenaline makes you throw harder, and then you take the beans off the gas off the throw a little bit, then you start to drop under.
Well, as predicted, it's a pretty tight first set. There's the problem for Junghans, and especially the way the darts stand up in the board. It's a cracking second dart.
100.
Decent enough third one. Leaves him 156.
Rosny's going to looking to leave himself under that, and that he has done.
156.
Really needs a treble of sorts here.
100.
And that is a big last dart. You feel Rosny has to get this 110 now for the set. 10 for tops.
70.
That's a set dart going a begging.
Thomas, you require 56.
Thomas has been pretty handy on the doubles, 2 from 2 so far. And he making a perfect hat trick. Not this time. Double 10, last chance.
46.
He felt him tighten up.
Rosny rightly taking his time here.
40.
He knows how important this is because he has the throw in set 2 as well. And he does have a tendency to celebrate, does Rosny, when good things happen to him. As you can see, the roar of approval from himself.
Almost as if you've seen him play before.
Second set, first leg, it's Stephen.
Well, that's the first set to Stephen Rosny against the darts, so fabulous opportunity to move forward here.
140.
That's a good opening throw in set 2. Yeah, he'd be more than happy with the visit he had to open. He's put the pressure straight back on Junghans in this second set.
Still done enough to qualify for Lakeside this year, but it's not been a stellar campaign. 5 WDF titles, as mentioned, but none of them since 2023. Has reached a couple of finals, so indicative of decent form. But it's such an open field, quite literally in the open tournament. We've already seen some big name seeded players depart. Biggest name probably the former winner Neil Duff, who was beaten soundly by Ben Robb on Monday evening. The 96 average as well, so
100.
Kiwi could be one to look for.
Yeah, very much so. Very impressive from Big Rig, and he for me was one that I had down. I thought he could go deep into this tournament. Taking out the former 2022 champion is the way to get people to stand up and notice you. Here goes Rosny. Talk about stand up and make people notice. Nice bullseye finish on the 86 for Rosny there. And again, his roar is just starting to come through. He's building up his confidence.
100.
Not just a clash of playing styles, but a clash of personalities as well.
89.
Rosny, a fiery Irishman, and Thomas Junghans quite stony-faced up there. Changes to the expressions.
.41.
Yeah, to be fair, Thomas Junghans could be known as the gentleman. He is a gentleman of darts. A really nice guy. Been around for a
42.
good few years now. Looking back through some stats, and he made the semi-finals of the World Masters back in 2015.
.100.
Beaten by a certain Mr. Durrant,
55.
who we know was quite good around that time.
Evening, Glenn.
.100. .97. Thomas, you require 160.
It's for a hold of throw. Perfect positioning.
140.
Well, he handily leaves himself placed on double 10. Rosny back on 218. This should be Junghans' leg.
Yeah, we've heard all that before, mate. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You've got to get on with it. Be positive. And then make it happen.
No score.
Not to be this time, but he offers Rosny an opportunity, and he'll fancy this. He's just hit a bullseye. He'll be feeling really good about this attempt.
Needs a treble.
With the way Rosny's darts go in, they sort of slightly, the tail end kicks
61.
right and makes the job more difficult there on that treble 18 once you go inside the treble. Dart had been outside, he'd been able to use it. Junghans really has to show here.
No score.
He's gone in the wrong bed. So if he wasn't having any bad luck, he'd be having no luck at all.
Well, it's a bad mistake from Thomas Junghans. Double 4 for
Yeah, that's
Rosny.
game short of the second one.
And he finds the target. Thomas Junghans royally punished for that dart in double 15.
Third line is Stephen the throw first.
It's an error to make
Game.
because if you're going for double 10, you should be aiming high in the bed. If you do go into the next one, it's double 6 and there's still an outshot possible.
When you're straight up and down thrower like Thomas is, his arm goes up and down dead straight. So the doubles on the outside are probably slightly more favourable than, say, a tops or a double 19 or whatever. But for me, when you've got one so close to the wire there on double 10, you want to throw your second dart just inside. And what everybody tends to do, me included, all the top players, you tend to throw it a little bit softer to try and get it on the inside. And unfortunately, he had the right line, but unfortunately the wrong trajectory. Because he threw it softer, the way that darts works, the gravitational force, it goes lower because it hasn't got the forward momentum. And unfortunately for him, it went in double 15. It's the typical gravitational force physics type question. And the faster it goes forward, the less it gets pulled to the floor. And he took a few beans off the throw and unfortunately dropped into double 15.
45.
Gravitational force physics, my learned friend.
Absolutely. Yeah, I dropped out of physics when I was 13. I don't know where that came from, I've got to be honest with you.
$140.
Shouldn't have needed to look away there, needed the rhythm, didn't he? Rosny tops up.
Yeah, this game short
it again.
Stephen
Rosny holds throw and he's feeling good now. He's probably thinking, I don't know what the fuss is about coming here to Lakeside. What are you talking about? It's difficult up there on stage.
No big celebration that time from Rosny either, which tells me that he's feeling much calmer, much more up to the task.
Well, to be honest, giving it those big celebrations, it does take a lot of energy out of you. And it takes the body sort of 2 or 3 minutes to recoup once you've let go, you know, really big style. And we quite often see players then come back after winning a big leg, having 2 treble-less visits on the next 2 throws, because kind of all the energy, all the focus is gone on the celebration.
41.
So it's good to see that Rosny is probably not giving it the big one, I think they call it these days, as much as maybe he usually does on the floor.
$140.
Fans young and old in attendance at Lakeside.
97.
It's a potentially tantalising third round clash, because a man we've mentioned before, Ben Robb, he faces the winner of this.
60.
I think the way that Big Rig played in his last game against Duff, I don't think he'll be watching with interest. There's no 2 ways about that. And respect. A lot of respect. That's the way he plays the game.
$45. Stevie, you require 104.
Just a few too many darts wayward for Junghans, and every time he makes a mistake, that man Rosny seems to be there to sort the problem out.
84.
And he's done it again with that last saviour dart in the treble. But they always drop in when you're 2 sets up. They don't go in when you're 2 sets down.
Well, Thomas Junghans has lost the last 5 legs, and he might lose this one. You cannot afford to make mistakes like that. Missing the big 18.
20.
And then to add insult to injury, he misses the big 17.
Stevie, you require 20.
Double 10 for Rosny. Would be another break of throw. Stephen Rosny is cruising towards round 3 here. Thomas Junghans has been caught cold.
Stephen the throw first.
He really is having it his own way, Rosny. He's done some good stuff in that first set to get himself in the front.
100.
Since then, you have to say Junghans has made the odd mistake and opened the door and let him in.
Well, the big weakness from Rosny's first round match, yes, it was a straight sets win against Jim McEwan. Took far too many opportunities at double. This time round, 7 from 12.
100.
Can't argue with that.
No, definitely not. And I did feel for Jim McEwan a bit. He was out of sorts, wasn't he? And Jim's usually a lot better than that. I think he has been sort of nursing a shoulder injury
83.
over most of 2025, really. But still managed to make it here. 3 in, is there? Big deflection. You can see Rosny's now smiling. He's starting to enjoy himself. The Lakeside stage holds no fear now for Rosny.
128.
Terrific leg of darts. Could be wrapped up in 13. Thomas Junghans is floundering.
100. Stephen, you require 40.
Double 10. 2 sets up and 2 legs up. Double 10. He's been very kind to the Irishman. Must be so demoralising to have done much of the tour this year as Thomas does. Does try and travel and play in as many events as possible.
41.
He has travelled to Lakeside. He's played 1 game, and in the space of about 25 minutes, it could be done.
Yeah, it can hurt. I remember
62.
doing this once myself, and it was a great Martin Adams in my early days. He beat me in 21 minutes, 3 sets to 0. I think I mustered 1 leg. It was the biggest cheer of the game, by the way. I will have that.
100.
From yourself?
For me, yeah, from the crowd, because I don't think they wanted to see me bageled. I think that was the thing. But yeah, it's a horrible feeling up there.
60.
You just want the ground to open up and swallow you. Yeah, Thomas Junghans, we were wondering where it's gone wrong. He was 2-1 up in the first set. And then struggled to find a leg.
100.
Rosny can now see the finishing line.
$58. Stevie Unicorn, 160.
How about a big finish to wrap the match up in style?
140. Thomas Unicorn, 136.
Junghans is to stay in the Lakeside World Championships for 2025. This had to go, but it's not going anywhere for him.
56.
And it's that favourite double 10
20.
for Stephen Rosny. Stephen Rosny lays down a marker. He beat Jim McEwan 3-0, and he has beaten Switzerland's Thomas Junghans by the same scoreline. It was an emphatic display from the Irishman. He won 9 legs in a row to seal his place in round 3. What a performance from the man they call Chuckles. No wonder he is smiling so much.
Please show your appreciation for Thomas Junghans. And into round 3, Stephen Rosney.
Well, Stephen Rosney came into this as the
once again, ladies and
lesser
gentlemen,
experienced player of the two.
5-minute break. 5 minutes.
He made that
We will
look very
return with our
simple.
next
Thomas
match from the women's
Junghans, his
competition.
third Lakeside experience, did not go to plan in any way, shape or form. Double 10 was great for Stephen Rosney, who kicks the evening off with a 3-0 win against Thomas Junghans.
Did they flash the average, or you've got it there?
Uh, 89 v 79.
Stephen, impressive back-to-back wins here at Lakeside. First question, did that feel as...
The 47th annual Winmore Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open runs from 16th to 18th of January. Sign up for a chance at Open Women's 2026 WDF World Championship spots.
The Romanian Darts Festival is 23rd to 25th of January. Register by Wednesday the 23rd of January to join one of the WDF British darting festivals in historic Bucharest.
The Toto Dutch Open Darts is 5th to 8th of February. Registered by 15th of January. With 2026 WDF World Championship places on offer, it's the world's largest darts party. Don't miss it.
The Irish Open, Irish Classic and Killarney Open take place in November 2026. The WDF's second biggest festival offers more chances for 2027 World Championships qualification.
For more details on each tournament, visit the link in the description. Special thanks to sponsors and partners Target, Luke 1977, Master Cooler, Domberg, and broadcast partner S4C.
Head, how are you feeling? How far are you determined to go this year?
I'm not looking any further now than tomorrow. Whoever I play tomorrow, I know I'm going to have a really tough game. So it's the last 16. You're coming up again. Look, there's so many top players in this tournament, and so many top players that are gone from this tournament already. I'm not looking past tomorrow because, like I said again, on Sunday when I won, if I don't win tomorrow, I ain't making the final. So I got to focus on tomorrow first and try to get that job done before I look anyways towards a final or a semi or whatever.
You're not feeling the pressure then?
Pressure's for tyres.
Pressure's for tyres. Stephen, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next round.
Thanks.
Felly, ni am troi ein ffocws ni nawr at pencampwriaeth y merched. Sophie McKinlay o'r Alban yn erbyn Paige Pauling o Loegr. Nawr ddwy seren ifanc yma nath gyrraedd y ffeinal yma llynedd, ond mae'r ddwy o nhw'n ffrindiau pennaf. Pa un o ser ifanc y dyfodol fydd yn syrenu heno? Draw â ni at meistr y ddefod.
We return to the women's competition here at the 2025 WDF Lakeside World Championship. And we welcome to the stage, first of all, the winner of 3 world ranking titles this year. She is the reigning British Open champion. She is the reigning WDF Lakeside Girls World Champion from England, Paige Pauling. Her opponent is last year's Lakeside World Championship Women's and Girls finalist, the reigning Swiss Open and Helvetia Open champion from Scotland, Sophie, the Trophy, McKinlay!
We now turn our attention to the women's draw. 2 players who have been utterly dominant in girls' championships over the past few years are now battling it out at a higher level. Sophie McKinlay did both last year. It was a tremendous campaign for the trophy, who ultimately ended trophyless by finishing runner-up in both the girls and women's. But she made an enormous impression. She might be looking for a spot of revenge against the 17-year-old English woman Paige Pauling, who is stepping up to the women's crown this year. Sophie McKinlay arrives here as the number 6 seed, looking to repeat her heroics from Lakeside last year. Defeated a clutch of experienced campaigners in Lisa Ashton, Irina Armstrong, Eileen de Graaf, then Lorena Rietbergen in the semi-finals, before ultimately the powerhouse that is Bo Greaves proved too strong for her. Paige Pauling has been dominant the girls' titles. She's already won the Girls' World Championship trophy on this stage. This should be a very exciting match between two of the brightest young talents in the women's game. And speaking of bright young talents, Laura Turner has come and joined me in the commentary box. Good evening, Laura.
Good evening. I will take that. But yeah, I definitely don't feel young anymore. But anyway, yeah, these two absolutely outstanding players. They've met each other so many times. I think there's just a little technical issue. Referee just halting play just whilst they correct the score.
Yeah, I think we do have an issue with the Dart Connect scoreboard that is being used by the officials. Referee Christian Sorensen just with the outstretched arm telling Sophie to get back. Well, while we've got this slight delay in proceedings, Laura, I mean, how impressed have you been by both of these players, and what do you think the future could hold for them, both in the immediate future and long term?
Yeah, I obviously played against them, played alongside Paige Pauling. She represented England not just at youth level, but at senior level, as has Sophie. And I think that, you know, we're just seeing the start of the talent, you know, that they've got. And the fact that Sophie McKinlay last year, as you mentioned, made not just one final, but two finals here at Lakeside on debut. And it was Paige Pauling that stopped her in that girls' final, getting across the line.
Well, it is Chris, Ollie and Dave who are the three overlooking the scoreboard system. There you can see it, and computer says no, so the two players are just being allowed to throw a few extra practice darts, and this can't be doing much for the nerves.
No, it's not the ideal start for either of them, but despite their age, Sophie just 19 and Paige Pauling 17 and vying for that girls' title again this year. They do have a wealth of experience.
Well, the scores are now inputted correctly. Christian Sorensen, our referee, has said that they can have 3 more practice darts apiece. And we'll restart the game. Sometimes technical problems can happen that are out of anyone's control, but we're about to get back underway.
Well, despite that little bit of a hiatus in the match, Paige Pauling straight in there with the first treble.
Well, you alluded to the fact, Laura, that these two know each other like the backs of their respective hands. Really good friends. A combined age of just 36, so the future very, very bright. But Paige Pauling does have a far superior head-to-head record, winning 14 of their 17 meetings, including that girls' final last year.
60. Sophie did win the most recent one. That was back in June in the final of the England Open. And when you actually look at their head-to-heads, what I find is absolutely amazing is pretty much all 59. Of the matches they play are either pretty much a quarter-final, a semi-final, or a final, just by way of the fact that they in the girls' tournament and the girls' section, they were so highly ranked. And now we're finding it similar as they're transitioning into the senior game.
Well, Paige is on 244 after 12 darts.
58.
Doesn't get down to a finish. Sophie on 278, who's kept the darts straight by and large, but failed to find any big trebles so far.
60.
186 left for Paige Pauling, who's got such a
52.
Refreshingly business-like approach to darts. Nothing seems to faze her.
Yeah, I think you could make the same argument for both players. They play with a kind of level of confidence and maturity that perhaps defies their actual ages. They are both prolific winners.
Double 10.
124.
Just goes inside.
Sophie required 97.
Treble 18. Single 20. We'll leave a
57.
handy on tops, but this is
Double
double 5 to go 1-0 up. Early settler for Paige Pauling, particularly with the delay owing to issues with the scoreboard.
I do wonder exactly how they're both feeling up there. I think for Paige, she's already been out and played a match on the stage so far this year, whereas this is the first time we're seeing Sophie McKinlay hit. I just wonder if, when you've had that extra game, that extra settler, does that help? I think for me, well, not that I ever got past the first round here, but I do think it would be a settler.
60.
Well, when the draw was made, obviously Paige had to deal with the challenge of Lisa Zollikofer in front of her, but I do believe so many were looking at this as a potential second round draw and thinking this could be one of the most exciting games of the women's tournament.
100.
Did indeed beat Lisa Zollikofer quite comfortably as well.
59.
A pair of them, though, they do find themselves in quite a tough section of the draw because the winner goes through. They'll play the winner of Deta Hedman or Makuru Suzuki. Suzuki already had to negotiate Kirsty Viinikainen, who was one of the favourites coming into the tournament. So, yeah, it's a difficult part of the draw to try and negotiate, but part one for these two is getting past one another.
Looking at the
39
lineups there in that quarter, the quarter of death, I think you could certainly ascribe that to.
Great response from Sophie McKinlay, back-to-back tons, followed by the 140.
100. Sophie requires 60.
Up for tops.
40.
Fails to use the marker dart.
Paige to require 80.
Double 10 for Paige.
60.
She is rapid fire in her playing style. Sometimes that can come at a cost.
There's double 5 for McKinlay, just to level it up at one apiece.
10. Paige to require 20.
3 darts missed at the outer ring in leg 2 for McKinlay, and Paige Pauling could double her leg tally here, and she does. This is the thing with set play. You're never completely out of it, because even if you do go one set behind, then it's just another 3 legs for whoever to get that second set. But you can also see it completely run away. Someone completely run away with it as well.
Yeah, is it fair to say, Laura, that set play is maybe a bit more psychological than straight leg play?
You could be 20 points away from winning a match, or your opponent could hit it, force another set, and then you've got another at least 3 more legs to try and get through. So yeah, you have to be mentally quite strong just to be able to bounce back from a disappointment. We saw it with Lorraine Hyde and Derson. 13 match darts in set 2. And just couldn't bounce back from the disappointment in that deciding set.
121.
Well, if we were to sit here and list all the titles that Paige and Sophie have won at girls level, we'll be here until Lakeside next year. It's a pretty forlorn task, but they've won so much, and they're used to winning, so they should have that feeling.
I'm laughing because obviously we all do our research beforehand, and I looked at it and just went, right, okay, 51 titles for Paige Pauling in the youth between 2021 and 2025, but that includes
100.
A World Youth Championship, 2 World Masters girls, and a European Cup title as well.
Wrong side of the wire, so 79 remaining.
Leads 79. Check. Paige's last score was 83.
The pressure now on this set winning opportunity for Paige Pauling. Well, I think Stephen Rosney said it earlier, didn't it? Pressure's for tyres, and Paige not phased whatsoever.
Game on.
So laid back, she's nearly horizontal.
60.
Sophie does have the advantage of throw in set 2. You shouldn't be panicking by this point, but as I say, these set plays, when it's only, it's a race to 3, break it down into individual matches, and you could be on the wrong end of 6 consecutive legs and on your way back home. I think it's really important for Sophie McKinlay just to get a real settler in terms of getting that leg on the board and just working her way back into the match.
100.
In a similar manner to the first match we saw, Stephen Rosney's 3-0 win over Thomas Junghans. It is 2 different playing styles. Sophie more methodical, not a slow player by any means, but there is more of a delay in the release of the dart.
43.
Paige Pauling already up to the oche, much more rapid in her rhythm.
45.
Sophie McKinlay picked up 4 titles in 2025 on the seniors side. Did double over in Switzerland, won the Swedish Masters and the England Open.
81.
With Pauling picked up the very prestigious British Open, won in Estonia, and the Irish Classic.
100. Sophie require 157. 43. Paige to require 140.
40 finish. He's not going to go. Now a ton is what she wants.
45. Sophie require 114.
Lucky deflection with the last dart. 17. Oh, she's missed the big number.
74. Paige to
This really
require
isn't
95.
the remit of Paige Pauling. Double 19.
57.
Too quick for the camera.
Sophie require 40. Games on the first leg.
Sophie does get her first leg on board.
First. Game on. 76.
Yeah, a couple of misses for Pauling. And this match could have really taken a different turn because just felt it was important for Sophie McKinlay just to get that leg on the board. She was really up against it in her opener when she came here on debut last year. She ran into Lisa Ashton, and
59.
the rest is really history. Made it all the way through to the final.
It was that first game against Lisa that set her up. I don't think anyone was giving Sophie McKinlay much of a chance against someone who's won here 4 times previously. Played some good stuff at the time, but Sophie put on a serious display, and everyone sat up and took note.
I know when we kind of talk about darts, we always put this emphasis on experience, but actually, if you look at the landscape at the moment and the players that are really coming through, the likes of Pauling, McKinlay, we've got Mitchell, Lawrie obviously coming up later as well.
100.
These 2 veterans compared to 15-year-old Mitchell.
I'm sure they'd love to hear that.
60.
Lots of exciting talent coming through. Just look at the landscape of darts at the moment,
42.
the academies and having people on waiting lists. I just think it's just going to get better and better.
$139. Paige requires 144. 41.
Sophie now just
74.
to go through the gears.
Well, it's another miss big
34.
number.
Page require
Potentially costly
103.
moment for Sophie. Well, that's 3 off.
43. Sophie require 40. Game turning the second leg. Sophie McKinlay.
Well, the first set, 3-0 Paige Pauling. Sophie McKinlay now has the throw to make it 3-0 in her direction in set number 2.
60. 100.
Sophie McKinlay now, just more with more regularity, getting that first dart right.
100.
Yeah, she's a lovely technician, Sophie. She's keeping the darts nice and straight, but the challenge after the first set was to keep them tighter to the treble, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah, technically, mechanically, it's quite a straightforward throw from McKinlay. Very little movement in the body, so it's quite easy for her to replicate it, and that's really important in darts.
42. 81.
Paige won the first set 3-0, and Sophie could be about to repay the favour.
97. Sophie require 160.
Side of the wire, so Paige Pauling, she can't find the 1-2-2.
43.
And Sophie would have wanted to have been a bit further down than that.
97.
Well, she did find the treble 18 with the second dart. So close to pinning the bullseye. 117 for Sophie. And again, it's the same old story of getting the single
92.
number wrong.
Paige to require 25.
Third time it's happened, and will she be punished?
No score.
Big slip for Paige Pauling and a let off for Sophie McKinlay.
Well, she was going 5 for double 10. It's now double 4. And it's just incredible, really. Sophie McKinlay takes the second set. She's hit 3 from 3 on the doubles, but it's the big numbers that she's struggling with.
I was going to say, it's not very often that you have a higher doubles percentage than you do hitting a single number on the board, but hey, she got there in the end, and it is one apiece.
Not the time for the darts to be bouncing off each other and onto the ground.
She just didn't like the angle because it looked, from our point of view, a lot of space left in the treble 20.
100.
But this match between the pair just warming up nicely.
58. 85. 41.
Just as it was as important in set 2 for Sophie McKinlay to have picked up a leg, now it's very important for Paige Pauling just to stop this little run that Sophie McKinlay's on. She's won the last 3.
100.
And it's Sophie McKinlay first down to a finish.
30. Sophie require 136.
To squeeze winning treble.
60. Paige to require 156.
6 left. 156 for Pauling won't go.
100. Sophie requires 76.
Has to stay focused with this. Well, I'm sure this is slowly enraging her inside.
51. Page to require 56.
Adjustments for the single numbers. Now, Page has done the same, but corrected with the second.
40.
Interesting, that pause there from Page. You don't normally see that from her. She was just putting a bit more onus on that. She was trying to get back in the match.
Game from the first leg.
Crucial clutch double from Sophie McKinlay, and Paige Pauling. No wonder she's scratching her head, because Sophie has made so many unforced errors, and yet she's leading the match.
We often say it's all about timing, and Sophie's just been there at the right time to pin the doubles. The doubling itself has not been the issue for McKinlay, but getting down to the correct double, that has proved problematic at times.
5.
That's problematic to say the least. Even though Sophie McKinlay is the seeded player in this tie, Paige Pauling went off as favourite. I think that's probably because of her sheer title haul. But she is a bit younger than Sophie, so she's spoken about more. And obviously has been a title winner on this stage.
140.
Sophie McKinlay last year, I think she was quite happy to go under the radar and made it all the way to a final. But a raise at the arm from Paige Pauling. She pins the first mat to the match. Okay, a treble, so just needs to tidy things
60.
up. Just about squeezes that 20.
Well, the first 180 of the match
60.
scored by Paige may be rendered pointless because she had 2 horror visits beforehand.
58. Sophie will require 40.
This is the area where Sophie. Well, that's way off, but can she make the adjustment? It's double 10.
30. 60. Sophie will require 10.
60 for Paige. Sophie straight at double 5. Now has to split. Okay, double 1.
8. Paige will require
This position, Phil
114.
Page is going to have to take out finishes like this, and first start, absolute disaster. Shake of the head from Paige Pauling.
$92. Sophie will require 2.
He's double 11 again. And
No
she'll be
score.
allowed back.
Paige will require 22. 20. Sophie will require 2.
Quite a farcical leg. We're going to a 9th visit. 2 up, 1 in.
No score.
Well, they were 3 really well thrown darts, but so for the lifeline here once again to Paige.
No score. Sophie will require 2.
Just one of those horrible legs. Both players will want to get rid of it. Now 11 misses for Sophie.
No score.
Devilish dozen.
Paige will require 2.
I really can't empathise with this. Myself and Corinne Hammer notoriously got rather embroiled on a leg where we were both stuck on double 1 for a considerable amount of time.
Surely now.
No score. Paige will require 2.
The maddest of madhouses. And on we go.
No score. Sophie, you require 2. No score. Paige, you
Well,
require
what
2.
can you say at this point?
I've just got nothing but empathy, trust me. And it's Paige that gets across the line in the end. Rather sarcastic thumbs up in the end, but could be an all-important find for Paige Pauling.
Game on.
It's really horrible when you get into those kind of situations. I'm sure
83.
a lot of players at any level will say that they've just had one of those legs where neither player could get out, and you almost start willing your opponent to hit it because you just want it to be finished.
140.
Certainly both players will be glad that's over.
100.
Get back to the scoring.
Yeah, and the bounce back ability of both these players kicked off pretty well in this leg.
43. $60. 81. 41.
Should be advantage Sophie. Break of throw here, and it'd be hers to lose.
60. 59.
Pauling that's first down to a finish, but Sophie is going to be on something a lot more manageable after this visit. A lot more manageable indeed.
137. Paige will require 158. 58. Sophie will require 40.
Finishing at tops has generally been good from Sophie, and it
Game
continues to
to the third
be.
leg. Sophie McKinlay.
Would you believe it? 16 misses in the last leg. Up she goes for tops.
Fourth leg,
Nails
Sophie
it
to
with
throw
the first
first.
dart.
Game on.
Yeah, I think that a lot of players will also understand the kind of love-hate relationship you sometimes get with darts when you're playing.
140.
So Sophie McKinlay, 2 breaks a throw every leg in this set.
60.
Against the darts. It's something Paige Pauling is going to have to try and do once again.
100. 43.
Just as Sophie McKinlay starts finding those big trebles again. The shake of the head there you saw from Paige
41.
Pauling.
Well, the scoring has completely dried up. And this game has been turned on its head. It looked so comfortable for Paige in the first set, which she won 3-0.
108.
We said it earlier, isn't it? Darts is all about timing, and what a time for Sophie to find her first maximum.
140.
A corker of a setup, and it leaves her favourite tops. Double 10.
No score.
Well, you know something, that might prove to be a good dart.
Yeah, all got a bit caught up, didn't it, a couple of legs ago, chasing that double around the board.
58. Sophie, you require 40.
Take 2.
$20. Paige will require 140.
Darts come and gone for Sophie McKinlay, and she's going to get more. Al Paige would like to find a treble,
60.
but can't.
Sophie, you require 20.
Double 10. And in the battle of the young guns, it is last year's finalist, Sophie McKinlay, who beats Paige Pauling for just the 4th time in their careers. They have faced off so often, and McKinlay has revenge from that final defeat in the girls' tournament last year. Paige started so well, but it got scruffy towards the end, and ultimately Sophie emerges victorious.
Of our girls' world title, but let's hear it for Paige Pauling. And into the quarterfinals, Sophie McKinlay. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a very quick 5-minute break. 5 minutes time, we will return with our next match from the open competition.
This was a highly anticipated game between two of the best young players in the women's game. But it was the older competitor, Sophie McKinlay, who came out on top. She had to do it the difficult way, coming from a set down. And it was superior finishing from Sophie that got her the win by 2-1.
The 47th annual Winmore Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open runs from 16th through 18th of January. Sign up for a chance at Open and Women's 2026 WDF World Championship spots.
The Romanian Darts Festival is 23rd to 25th of January. Register by Wednesday the 23rd of January to join one of the WDF British darting festivals in historic Bucharest.
The Toto Dutch Open Darts is 5th to 8th of February. Registered by 15th of January. With 2026 WDF World Championship places on offer, Mr. World's largest darts party. Don't miss it.
The Irish Open, Irish Classic and Killarney Open take place in November 2026. The WDF's second biggest festival offers more chances for 2027 World Championships qualification.
For more details on each tournament, visit the link in the description. Special thanks to sponsors and partners Target, Luke 1977, Master Cooler, Domberg, and broadcast partner S4C.
into the open competition here at the 2025 WDF Lakeside World Championship. And we welcome to the stage last year's Lakeside World Championship Open Youth finalists, the reigning Italian Open and Czech Open champion from England, the Interceptor, Jensen Walker. We now welcome to the stage this year's Dutch Open finalist, the former Oregon Open and Greater Vancouver Open champion from the USA, the Scorpion, David Fata!
David Fatum is the first of two Americans we're going to see in action on the Lakeside stage this evening. Up against Jensen Walker, a young Englishman who you could arguably say arrives into this tournament as the most informed player in the open field. 2 titles in 2 weeks in Malta and Czechia, nicknamed the Interceptor, with a rather different shirt to one that he wore in his first round win against Brejcha. Takes on the 57-year-old, the Scorpion, David Fatum. Quite literally one of the most colourful characters in the field at Lakeside this year. Perhaps expect to see a few on-stage antics. Now, when we see American players at Lakeside, it tends to be one of their only outings in Europe over the course of a calendar year. But Fatum has been playing a lot of darts on the European continent. He did finish as runner-up in the Dutch Open, which is a monstrously difficult tournament for anyone to go far in. Lost out to Jeffrey Sparadans in the final. He takes on Jensen Walker, a real battle of the generations. Scott Mitchell, how do you see this one going between two very talented players from different eras?
Yeah, well, I think if you were a betting man, you wouldn't look, knowing what you know as a player, having been here, to come in off the back of 2 titles in a couple of weeks before you come here, you're never going to feel better than that. You're going to feel on top of your game. So probably because of that, I give Jensen Walker the edge here.
97.
But Dave Fatum, he's been in the game for an awful long time. 3 stints in the PDC.
115.
One of those stints was probably the most successful. He was over there for 4 years, kept a car for 4 years between 2006 and 2010. So it's not the American's first rodeo, that's for sure. And so it was something he wanted to tick off his bucket list coming here to Lakeside.
70.
And I know he's looking forward. He's been looking forward to this appearance for a long time. I spoke to him in Hungary at length, 45. And yeah, it was one well and truly ticked off his bucket list. He didn't tell me he was coming in this shirt. Don't adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. It's not your TV. It's definitely the shirt.
We'll go and find the nearest pair of shades. It's a bright old thing that Fatum's wearing. Jensen styled differently to the Scar-inspired theme shirt he wore the other night. Young man from Coventry walking on to the specials.
41.
David has played in one World Championship before. It was back at Alexandra Palace in 2009, where he was beaten by Wayne Marden on that occasion. Must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, he had a run in the US Open, but he made the semi-finals of that back in 2008. That's in that period that I was mentioning, but it's Walker here, take the first leg.
Second leg, David from first.
David, he was like I say, in that period, 2006, 2010, was really on it, and he made the semi-finals of the US Open in 2008. Along the way, beating the likes of Steve Beaton, last year's finalist Paul Lim, and commentating maestro Chris Mason before bowing out to one of my friends, Colin Lloyd, in the semi-final.
96.
Yeah, he's mixed it with the best. If he wins here, he'll be mixing it with one of the best at Lakeside this year, because Raymond Smith, the 11 seed, awaits the winner.
$41. 100.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, Scott, there is a print of a phoenix on the back of Jensen Walker's shirt. And whereabouts in the USA is David Fatum from?
81.
Phoenix, Arizona. Is that a coincidence or a bit more than that?
99. David, you require 143.
I hadn't really looked at it like that, but yeah, good thinking. 63 incoming. Is it trouble 13 the route?
Jensen, you require 138.
So 138 generally start down the bottom.
96. David, you require 50.
10 tops, 18 double 16. Oh, he went straight for the bull. I told you there'd be antics. And he kicks away with it, hitting double 12. That is ridiculous darts from Fata. And I'm not going to lie to you, Scott, I think in a good way.
I tell you what, if I was up there now and he'd done that to me, that would be like red rag to the ball, that. But I love it as a showmanship type thing, maybe an exhibition shot, but he has worked so hard to get here. So I kind of suppose when you get here, you're going to do it the way you do it. But I'm very sceptical of that route, but he got it.
$40. 60.
Well, early stages here, but this game could well be a test of the mindset and mentality of young Jensen Walker.
60.
It's one of the biggest games he's ever faced, but at such a tender age, he has amassed a lot of stage experience.
60.
He played on the main stage, the UK Open at Minehead. He's won on the Modus Super Series. He played in the boys' tournament last year. And he's a long way in front in this leg.
100.
100 for David Fata, 124 left for Jensen Walker.
Doesn't need to go for the ball, so we'll stay there on the 18s. Nicely done by Jensen. Yeah, his 2024 year ended with that loss as his last game as a youth player.
95. Jensen,
the Youth World Championship here at Lakeside. Big disappointment for him. Those will all be eradicated if he hits this.
16.
Doesn't go,
David,
and so
but
you have to say he's had a tremendous 2025, Jensen Walker. $140 left, so I should stay on top.
26. Jensen, you require 16.
Not a good leg for the American.
Great
Great one for Walker because he's won it in 19.
Fourth leg, David is throw first. Game.
Thanks to Ross Montgomery watching up in Scotland, our last senior world champion. Thank you for the kind message, sir. I bet he's waiting to watch Mitchell Lawrie, I reckon.
96.
Thought you meant yourself then.
No, not me.
Well, that'd be some comeback.
60.
I think I could get confused for Mitchell Lawrie in any way, shape or form.
41.
Frustration there. Fatum.
134. $45. Jensen, you require 167.
The more he's getting frustrated, the more it's affecting him.
131.
More confidence Walker will take. He looks at home, doesn't he?
83. Jensen, you require 36.
A little snarl after every visit.
27. David, you require 140.
140 for David.
$58. Jensen, you require 9.
144 then for Walker.
5.
Not to be.
David, you require
First
82.
sign we see of disappointment from Jensen.
Game shot.
What a way to go 2-2
David Fatum.
from David.
Fifth leg, Jensen to throw first.
Fatum
Game.
got the bullseye that time, didn't he?
May have been one of the most perfect bullseyes you're ever likely to see.
140.
Hasn't affected Walker though. Off he goes with 140.
133.
Good response from Fatum.
$140.
Not sure why he asked there when you're on 361. Fill it up, Nipper. Fill it up.
98. $134.
So this has been an outstanding first 9 darts of this deciding leg of set 1 from Walker.
68. Jensen, you require 87.
Not a happy boy.
47.
Walker's happy to leave tops.
Yeah, he knows he's returning. Fatum on 202. Really needs a couple trebles here to pressure the shot.
56. Jensen, you require 40.
Tops now for Walker to take the first set.
Jensen Walker.
Much more routine final leg of that first set. 1 in 13. And Jensen Walker is playing some very tidy stuff here.
100.
Already seen some attempted showmanship from Fatum with the dart at bullseye, 50 remaining. Very much enjoyed the big stage at the Dutch Open back at the start of the year.
140.
Was proudly displaying his belly to a crowd of thousands of Dutch darts fans.
100.
No repeats necessary.
I was going to say, pleased I missed that one.
$84. 100. $99. 58. David, you require 78.
78 then. The number 6 seed. 20 for tops for the American.
Game's on the first leg.
Nicely finished.
Second leg, Jensen to throw
You have to
first.
say, clean. It's the type of darts that Fatum
59.
uses. Quite a thin dart, quite a thin long dart, and quite a small flight on the setup. So it makes the dart a very positive dart to throw. So you have to get it
59.
right. There's no forgiveness for the dart. If you get that, leaves your hand wrong, there's just no forgiveness.
59.
So you can't allow yourself to get stressed a little bit. You've got to stay on that line and length, a bit like a fast bowler, hopefully, while they're taking on the
96.
Australians over the weekend.
Yeah, if you do use a smaller flight, it means there's less drag in the air, the dart
41.
travels faster. So possibly more room for error, but it's a setup that Fatum likes.
$45.
Well, I think Jensen's doing the right thing by going over to the table, having a drink of water, because Fatum was dropping the darts there. It was a clumsy visit. He's got a battle here.
100.
That's how the Cup paid it out.
43.
With the 180, no finish for
60.
Walker, but he won't worry too much. Put him back on 258.
41. Jensen, you require 102.
6 from here then for Walker.
Double top.
62.
Didn't have to go full bore at it with Fatum back on 217.
95. Jensen, you require 40.
Walker then tops to level it up here in set 2.
No score.
That's a touch unlucky.
David, you require
Is he
122.
going to be made to pay for that? Will it go down as a mistake? Treble 18 for bullseye. It's bullseye for Fatum.
97.
I think you can see
Jensen,
on
you
the look on
require
Fatum's
40.
face. He felt that was going in when it left his hand.
Game's on the second
Richard
leg.
Walker continues the run going. Every leg has been won on throw.
To be fair, Fatum only had the
58.
chance because Walker missed the 3 darts at tops. The throw before, it was one that he was in full control of, and you don't want to be offering up opportunities like that too often.
60. 62. 131.
Yeah, clever visit from Jensen Walker. Leaves him on 310. 140 from there leaves him on 170. Obviously, it's the highest
60.
possible outshot. He can get himself to an outshot with 2 trebles here on this visit. Clever thinking from Walker.
59.
And this is how the younger generation think, Dan. This is how they're doing it.
Most of them programmed almost to be mathematical robots. And they think about the leg from the very first visit onwards, whereas
97.
the old school approach tended to be throw at treble 20, see what you're left with.
you're not wrong. Some of us still do it that way, you know.
Works for some.
Does work for some, but with these guys counting the way they do, it makes it
140.
It's not difficult for our referees, because our referees are probably the best mathematicians in the building. Equally as good, if not better, than most players 9 times out of 10. I include myself in that.
Double 12 found in the bottom corner. David Fatum nudges ahead in his second set. And already we've had 8 legs of dart, 8 holes of throw. Feels like it could be a lengthy one.
97.
Feels like a game where there's going to be peaks and troughs for both players, and it's going to be all about the timing and who peaks and who troughs at the right times. It just has that feel all over it. I think Jensen would like the game to be at a slightly quicker pace. That would suit him down to the ground. And Fatum's probably done his homework and trying not allowing the young man to go round and round in circles. If you're able to do that, that's great. But you've got to be hitting trebles yourself, and you've got to be staying with him. And at the moment, the only time that Fatum's doing that is when he's on the throw.
41. Jensen, you require 167.
Well, he didn't need to go for the ball, but he's not going to get the option after the first dart.
44.
No, and I don't believe he would have gone for it anyway. No need, and it's a dart Fatum doesn't like.
100. Jensen, you
know exactly what he's feeling. He's that type of player, isn't he, Fatum?
91.
Tees it up well. Double 16 on the cards for Jensen.
58. Jensen, you require 32.
We await the most pivotal leg of the match.
Game shot.
He does hit it.
Jensen Walker.
Now the pressure seriously ramped up on David Fatum. Wins this level game, loses it. He has to win 3 sets in a row.
95. 100. 100. 140.
Yeah, that first dart sat perfectly, waiting for it to be hit by the second or third dart. That's a good visit, and now that's put pressure on the Fatum throw immediately.
79.
You can see how angry he was at that treble one. It wasn't a bad dart. A millimetre or so out. It's those fine lines that make the difference, and you have to say Walker has almost stolen the darts here.
Say something with David, he doesn't half whip his head back.
60. Jensen, you require
Very Burnett-like, isn't it? But Burnett goes
whiplash.
97. David, you require 167.
He had a sore neck just watching him.
60. Jensen, you require 64.
Huge moment. Oh, he's missed the big number. And when he had 2 options next to each other,
David, you require
never have done that.
Massive moment in this match. Massive, massive moment. 88, treble 20. You have to say the moment has owned Fatum there rather than him owning the moment.
Jensen, you require 32.
It's now all about Jensen Walker. Can he make this a 2-set lead? Double 8 with 1 in his hand.
16.
He can't. He's now allowed Fatum to come back
David,
at
you
70.
require 70.
And that poor visit from Fatum to only score 37 could see him only having one dart at a double here. Double 16.
Yeah, last game shot and a second set.
Dart.
David Fatum.
But he should never been allowed the chance. We said about that earlier.
Third set, first leg. It's Jensen to throw first.
Was that a tap on the shoulder? I'm right behind you, young lad. David Fatum levels the game up.
He's definitely a character on the board, isn't he? He plays it the way that he wants to play it. You're never going to move him.
129.
The only way to get on top of him is going to hit more treble 20s than him, I think. Now he's got a set under his belt. Is he going to have the momentum?
140.
You feel that Jensen Walker here should have him dead and buried him 2-0 down in sets. And then that's an awful long way to come back from.
32. 58. 60. 60.
Jensen would like to stop the momentum here by winning this leg.
$137.
Somebody in the crowd over the moon with that
Jensen,
shot.
you require 153.
I think he said it before he actually threw it.
Sounded like the cry of a man who's won a sizable bet. Double 18.
135.
Would have been a
David,
huge
you require
celebration for Walker there.
132.
Now, 132, a couple of bullseyes. No. That's a long way over the top.
60. Jensen, you require 18. 10. David, you require
Again,
72.
spurns a chance at a double. Is Fatum going to take his chance here? Double top it is.
52.
This time, he doesn't.
Jensen, you require 8.
Well, what we just saw was the first bit of negative emotion from Jensen Walker.
Four.
He can't channel it.
David, you
Something
require
more positive.
20.
6 misses for Walker.
In shot the first
Made
leg. David
to
Fatum.
be punished there.
Second leg is David to throw first.
Brewing those mistakes at double. But you see him get so animated with himself. Fatum here will be feeling the game is coming towards him. And he hasn't really done a great deal other than be there when the mistakes have happened from Walker. I feel if Walker can just sort this doubling issue out he has, he would run away with the game.
81. 100. 81.
I think we'll call that one, we're going to have to call that the neck break, aren't we? It's like a leg break in cricket from a bowler, but the neck break. That's performed by David Fatum.
Nickname him the Crane because he's constantly craning
59.
his neck.
$100.
Strong response from Jensen Walker.
$22. Jensen, you require 150.
150.
60. David, you require 160.
Fatum looking contemplative. Well, he was contemplating
100.
60 finish.
Jensen, you require 90.
Not able to find the second treble. Bullseye for Jensen Walker.
59. David, you require 60.
Once again, the anguish from Jensen Walker, because he knows every time he gives this man a go, he's picked his pocket.
20.
Now anguish on the face.
Jensen, you require 31.
Of Fatum.
Game shot in a second there. Jensen Walker.
Nerveless for the 19-year-old.
Third leg is Jensen to throw first. Game.
Break back on the throw, and now the momentum swing once again.
60. 60. 60.
Couple of troubleless visits there from
100.
Fatum. Allowed Walker stretch his legs a little in this leg.
95.
Finally gets a sizable treble. Still sees him 82 points behind.
60.
This is an opening, but he needs 2 trebles. He knows it.
58. Jensen, you require 144.
$79 left. Down for 19s.
84. 88. Jensen, you require 60. 20. David, you require 140.
So long for a break of throw. Could have 3 and 3 legs. Couldn't squeeze another one of those needle-like points in.
100. Jensen, you
Pressured the
require
top
40.
to Walker this time round, but it's Walker will not be wishing to give him another
Yeah,
opportunity.
Jensen Walker.
He hasn't.
Walker, David to throw first. Game. 41.
Getting into this now. Crowd getting into this. Steadily filled up, hasn't it? We had an early start today, 6 o'clock.
I've never seen a visit of 41 be celebrated so lustily before.
100.
I'm not sure it was a celebration, mate. He had a face there like it was a horse with an ulcer.
95.
Scott Mitchell, farmer by trade.
60.
Darts commentator for the next 5 days. I'll be delighted to have you back.
Yeah, I do apologise. Sometimes farming in the darts crossover.
57. 100.
Well, this is a time for cool heads. I don't just mean you, Scott.
$26. 100. 100.
Walker in the driving seat here.
41.
Particularly
Jensen,
now.
you require 141.
100 plus these in front. 62.
89.
That's the treble 10 route. Could always go the treble 18 route for double 4, but now's not the time to be changing your route. Here at a World
41.
Championships, you've got to practice those things.
Jensen,
You can't
you
just
require 52.
do them up on the board.
Nasty leg for David Fatum.
20.
Walker will get more chances to win the set.
Jensen, you require 32.
Good visit from Fatum, but can it be all in vain? 32 for Walker.
Yeah, that's game short. And the third set.
Takes the third set. 2 sets to 1 in the lead.
Fourth set, first leg is David to throw first. Game on.
The disappointment there for Fatum was the fact that Jensen took the set on a steal in a throw. Now you have to say momentum and forward motion is all with Jensen.
$40. $100.
It's not been a sparkling standard by either player, but it's been an incredibly watchable game.
9. $60.
Wheels haven't fall off here for Fatum, but you would have to say he's got a couple of loose wheel nuts, and they do look to be wobbling.
26. $100.
Needs to get himself composed here, Fatum. Otherwise, the game could get away from him.
96. Jensen, you require 141. 60.
Only 60. Could have gone to the bullseye with the third dart. Big score from Fatum. Walker may need to finish on the ball.
Jensen, you require 81.
Much better.
For a fourth leg on the bounce.
Game shot in the first set.
No trouble on double 12. Jensen Walker nudges in front once more.
Second leg is Jensen to throw first. Game.
Jensen knew that was a big break of throw. It's 2 breaks of throw on the trot for him. 1 at the end of the last set, take set 3, and now 1 in the opening leg of set 4. And these are the moments
41.
that win you games.
$41.
Needed a treble there, and again you could see on Jensen Walker's face as he approached the board on our overhead camera. He was looking for more.
60. $83. $100. $59.
Been such a different assignment for Jensen Walker compared to round 1. Brejcha, the very mild oche, pose no such issues. It'll be a significant hurdle he's crossed if he does win this game.
40.
Both have been on the circuit in 2025, so they won't have offered anything to each other that they won't have known about.
140. Yes, you require 153.
Darts is all about being on the day.
40.
That a turning moment.
David, you require 60.
Jensen disgusted. David, opportune perhaps.
50.
Now it's him that is now
Jensen, you require
overthinking the
130.
doubles, because he needs them so desperately to get back into this game. 13 for tops for Walker.
93.
And that would have killed it off.
David, you require 10.
It's getting a bit like pantomime season here, isn't it?
It is the season. Double two.
8. Jensen, you require 20.
Double five. That's a mile over.
10.
So's that one.
David, you require 2.
That's the safe one.
Game's on the second then.
That's the right one, and you have to say, once again, he has
Third leg is
dodged a
David to
bullet.
throw first. Game on.
Still all in Jensen's hands. Bit of gamesmanship going on here, I believe, from Fatum. I think he's trying to get in the young man's head.
39.
Those games, if it was me up there right now, Dan, I would be staring at the floor and not be taking any notice of what my opponent was trying to do.
78.
It's difficult to do that here. You can do it at a floor tournament. There's always something else you can focus on or look at. When you're up there on the stage, you do feel like you're up there on your own.
60.
Your family are around you and everything, and I'm so lucky with that, but they can't help you. They can't really help you. It's down to you. You've got to get on with it.
40.
This might be a game that I would imagine, no matter what the outcome, Jensen will watch this back. He would need to watch this back as part of that learning process to try and make him realise that maybe the moments, he'll remember how he's feeling in the moments right now, whereas we can't tell. We can only assume. When you're a player,
36.
you have to watch some of these games back. Remember how you felt in that moment with what was going on at the time. And you have to do it quite quickly after the game as well, while it's all still fresh in the memory. Otherwise, you don't learn from it.
$120.
Well, it's better from David, but still not down to a finish after 15 darts.
140.
Jensen Walker certainly is.
$100. Jensen, you require 95.
Fatum's throwing notably quicker here. Trying something different. But unfortunately for him, a quicker pace really works for Jensen.
David, you require 98.
Treble 18.
78.
Well, he does hit the double
Jensen, you require
to leave
48.
tens. Walker, double 16.
Game's on the third.
What a huge break of throw, and Jensen Walker knows it. Fatum shakes his head, but a nightmare first 4 visits cost him.
Fourth flag is
Jensen calmly and
to throw
maturely
first.
taking his time.
Game on.
Stares over at the scoreboard. Looked to grimace a bit at the scoreboard. No grimacing if he gets that magic third set.
71.
You have to feel that going to
60.
get near Walker. He's got to reel off a couple of 15 darters here. Fatum to stay in the game.
58.
He's really inconsistent in the scoring part of the game. He's very feast or famine.
134.
There you go, prime example. No troubles with the first, a couple with the visit. The second throw. He's turned the throw. You feel he's going to have to hit treble here to keep it.
60.
And he hasn't done it. Throwing at a quicker pace, which suits Jensen down to the ground.
140.
Obviously, it helps being 2 sets to 1 up and 2 legs to 1 in the good in set 4.
Helps when you're throwing for the match. David down to a finish first. Jensen will be on a better one. How much better?
81. David, you require
Not as much as he thought after that
147.
first start. Been some inconsistencies in the throw of both players.
60.
I just have a feeling this 96 is going to go down.
96.
Tops.
76.
Mitchell.
David, you require 87.
20 for ball. You make sure of the big fat 20. You don't go for the treble.
47.
Fatum has made the cardinal sin error.
37.
This is probably as hard as Jensen Walker has ever worked in a game of darts. But the boy's got minerals. Jensen Walker defeats David Fatum in a titanic contest up on the Lakeside stage. There's a sort of cordial handshake between the two. Make no mistake, there were some antics throughout that game. Jensen Walker celebrates with his corner. He's through to round 3.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for David Fatum. And into round 3, Jensen Walker! Now, ladies and gentlemen, another 5-minute break. 5 minutes time we return to the stage with our next match from the women's competition as Deta Headman takes on Mikuru Suzuki.
Well, it was youth versus experience here on the Lakeside stage. David Fatum, 3 times the age of Jensen Walker. He tried to use his experience throughout. That bullseye was plumb, but ultimately Jensen Walker was too strong. 2 successive wins on this stage. He goes through to the round of 16, where he's going to face the Australian guru, Raymond Smith. Fatum was entertaining. He nearly pinned the bullseye with a 50 finish. He was trying to be showbiz throughout, but in the end, he was not businesslike enough. Missed far too many chances, scored poorly towards the end of the match. Jensen Walker goes through 3-1.
Jensen, huge congratulations. 2 really impressive back-to-back wins here now at Lakeside. How do you feel after that?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I mean, it wasn't a convincing game against David there. You know, it wasn't a great game at all. But I took my chances when I needed to, and I got through to the next round now, so that's the main thing. That's all I care about.
Yeah, taking your chances against one of the most experienced players here at Lakeside this year, against
The 47th annual Winmore Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open runs from 16th to 18th of January. Sign up for a chance at Open and Women's 2026 WDF World Championship spots.
The Romanian Darts Festival is 23rd to 25th of January. Register by Wednesday the 23rd of January to join one of the WDF British darting festivals in historic Bucharest.
The Toto Dutch Open Darts is 5th to 8th of February. Registered by 15th of January. With 2026 WDF World Championship places on offer, Mr. World's largest darts party. Don't miss it.
The Irish Open, Irish Classic and Killarney Open take place in November 2026. The WDF's second biggest festival offers more chances for 2027 World Championships qualification.
For more details on each tournament, visit the link in the description. Special thanks to sponsors and partners Target, Luke 1977, Master Cooler, Domberg, and broadcast partner S4C.
We return to the women's competition here at the 2025 WDF Lakeside World Championship, and we welcome to the stage a former Dutch Open champion, the reigning two-time Korea Open champion, the two-time WDF Women's World Champion, Miracle Mikuru Suzuki! the winner of over 200 career titles, a 3-time Lakeside World Championship finalist, the reigning England national singles champion, the Caribbean Queen, Deta Hedman!
Very different walk-ons. I've got to say that. Laura Turner alongside me. Two different individuals, but two fantastic dart players. The only difference, I guess, is that Deta Hedman hasn't won this title, whereas Mikuru Suzuki has. Is this going to be Deta Hedman's year?
It's a question that we ask every year. Deta Hedman, I don't think there is much missing off the mantelpiece by way of titles won, but this most definitely is one. A player who's made it all the way through to the final stage, a runner-up on 3 separate occasions, 2012, 2014 and 2016, losing to 3 different finalists in Anastasia Dobromislova, Lisa Ashton and Trina Gulliver. I do feel that for all the accolades that she's won, this is definitely the missing piece of the puzzle.
66 years young. Deta Hedman shows that darts is a game for everybody. You've got such a wide spectrum of ages in this competition. And you look at someone like Paul Lim, who's 71 and he's in the PDC. He missed double 12 for the 9 darters in the Mongolian Open this year. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Paul Lim, last year's runner-up in the Open event. Absolutely. Kind of gone from one extreme in the women's event to another, where we've saw the likes of Sophie McKinlay and Paige Pauling, the grand total age between them of 36.
First lag, it's Mikuru
to the experience of Deta Hedman and Mikuru Suzuki.
And the winner of this clash will face McKinlay.
140.
Best of 3, first to 2. Any way you want to look at it. Short and sharp this, you've got to start well.
You do, because it can be over in 6 legs. I know how that feels. I have done that here. The first year that Mikuru won it back in 2019, didn't get a leg against Anastasia Dobromislova.
What does the stage do to you? You know, we just walked it today as S4C here for the first time, and we had a look at it, and it's like, it does take your breath away.
Yeah,
literally.
It definitely does things to players, trust me. I think the hardest thing to try and get across is it's so difficult to qualify for this event. The commitment you have to show to the tour. The likes of Deta Hedman when she was over in Korea, and that's the event that Mikuru Suzuki won. It was a gold event which saw her qualify for this, but travelling all across Europe, all across the UK. I know Deta's been out in Las Vegas. She won Vegas Open, Toronto Open. So you have to put in the time and the effort to get here. I think the worst thing is when you get here and you don't perform as well as you really want to. That's the pressure that a player puts on themselves.
Yeah, this is the goal throughout the season, throughout the year. You make it, and then you don't perform.
100.
Deta Hedman travelling the world. Mikuru Suzuki maybe not doing that as much anymore.
No, we haven't seen her so much over 2025. She was prolific on the PDC Women's Series and took a step back from that. And as I say, it was just by way. She was representing Japan over at the World Cup earlier this year, and they put on a gold event. It was the Korean Open. And as I say, she went on to win that. She beat Deta Hedman in the semi-finals.
60.
And by way of doing that, actually, Mayumi Uchi then had to get to the Lakeside the difficult way by going through the qualification route, because it was Mayumi as the highest ranked Japanese player until Mikuru went and won that.
Well, if you've won it, then you've got to practice and get ready for it if you're travelling over, because as we've already said, you want to perform. Is that in?
121. Mikuru 130.
Good pressure from Headman. Treble 20 ball. Headman will have a chance.
43.
Break a throw.
80.
I heard Dan using tennis terms, break a serve. Nineteens. Double 11.
58.
Chance gone for Deta there.
87.
Oh, there's a leg that Mikuru Suzuki threw first in. It would be a hold of throw. It's one dart at the ball.
46. Deta Unicorn 22.
Will she stay on double 11? Or you say yes? Double 4.
No score.
And she busts that one, she'll be back
Mikuru
on double 11.
41.
Lakeside nerves getting to
that's
the
game
best
strong
of
in the
them,
first leg.
but not
Mikuru
Mikuru Suzuki.
Second line is Deta to throw first. Game.
She takes the first leg, holds the throw just about.
Yeah, and had to rely on a handful of missed darts at the double from Deta Hedman. Deta, the current England captain.
95.
The most capped England player.
He played alongside her in the Six Nations, in the Pennadarren Social Club at Merthyr Tydfil. Great tournament, great fun, great darts.
43.
Yeah, it's been a busy year. A busy year.
Nothing's really changed in her action over the years at all. And she looks fit as a fiddle.
100.
But that unique action, Deta. Still very rhythmical, very methodical in the way she approaches.
I'm trying to count how many wins she had. MC goes 200 plus. I think that's the safe option. Has she got 225, 245? She's nudging 250.
We're quite lucky, aren't we? We have access to quite a lot of records. However, you go back, and I think the first title that I can find she won in 1989. I'm sure there's plenty missed off, but yeah, I'm going probably for in excess of 250.
What a career.
100.
No sign of her slowing down either.
No, we do pose the question every so often, is, are you going to retire, Deta, especially when we're on the back end of another beating on the oche by her.
What does she say?
She kind of thinks about it, and then she's like, oh, we'll go one more time.
When did she start saying one more time? 15 years ago?
Yeah, probably.
41.
Two-time world champion, Mikuru Suzuki. Won it once here in 2019, then it moved, didn't it, to the O2, was it?
Yeah, had a year at the O2. She picked up the title there.
And she's been missing in action for 3 years at the Lakeside, but she returns. She's wearing a little bit of compression or something on her arm there as well.
And you do see that a lot, especially from players who play on the Asian Tour. And that is something that they do invest in. Deta has a similar style. Sleeve.
Can't finish, can Headman.
58.
Suzuki.
Mikuru Unicorn 77.
77. He's down. She wanted the one next door. Either one of them. Bull.
Yeah, that's game short in the second half.
Great finish, and you will see a player like Mikuru Suzuki, who is prolific on the soft tip. She will utilise the ball as and when she needs to, and normally to that kind of effect. We saw her miss it in the first leg, but no mistakes in leg 2.
Finishes with the ball, almost starts with a 1080. You mentioned the soft tip. Some people might be watching thinking, what are we talking about there? Well, it's plastic tips to dart into a plastic board. But what's the main difference in not the sports, but the styles?
It's electronic darts, essentially. 83. So, yeah, as you say, they're plastic tip darts. They're normally lighter. They have to be lighter or they damage the board. The trebles and the double segments, they are bigger. And actually, the dart doesn't necessarily have to stick into count. It just has to register when you hit the board.
Where can I play this?
It's great. It's great fun. But I've played in one soft tip tournament, and I've just pre-warned anyone. It is definitely one for the senses because it's all music, lights, hitting buttons. It's quite exciting to watch. But yeah, she's been the Japanese soft tip pro tour winner on 5 separate occasions.
Limbering a little bit. We saw her do a little bit of warming up, but I think is there a little problem with the scoreboard? Might be.
Yeah, we saw this in the match between McKinlay and Pauling.
Yeah, that was right at the start. This is not. This is, you know, right in the middle of a leg, an important leg. Will you usually get a chance to have continue to not to play and to score, but to just keep your arm and your eye in a little bit before the scoreboard starts again?
Yeah, depending on the level of the break, I guess that they will at some point let them have the practice throws. But Mikuru's dancing away. She seems quite relaxed and happy up on the stage.
Just please don't play the song again. No Baby Shark.
Yeah, we're talking back at 2019. As I say, it was the first year that I got to play here, and it's the year that she first picked up the title. Well, I worked behind the scenes afterwards, and I have to say, that year, she dominated everything. You know, it was so exciting to have someone come over from Japan, but also play at the level she did. I think that I must have heard that song over 100 times throughout the rest of that week. So you've only heard it once so far.
I've got 3 children. They've grown up a little bit. They might be out of that song now, but I went through maybe about the same time. I heard a lot of it. Back to the darts.
100.
Yeah, just shows how worldwide, how global darts has gone. Unbelievable reach. The 4 corners of the globe.
60.
Needs a couple of trebles here to put some pressure on. Does Deta Headman. Not of the green variety though.
It's a good adjustment with the second. I should say, needs a couple just to remind Mikuru Suzuki she's still there.
125.
By way of staying on the 20s, hasn't made sure she's on a finish.
100 left.
105.
Tied it up nicely. Pressure's the only thing that Deta can put on Mikuru. And she's doing that brilliantly.
There's that slight irony, isn't there, that she gets the finish, she might have had a shot at a double, but it's Mikuru Suzuki. Takes that opening set 3 legs to nil.
Second set, first leg is Deta to film first. Game on.
Well, there we have it. Over in a flash, that first set, and now she's 1 set away from into the next round, into the quarterfinals. Short format, that's the thing, Laura. You know, it's unbelievable. You lose a couple of legs quickly, and poof, the game's gone.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like you say, that first set over in a flash, even with the slight hold up with the scoreboard. Dan McCarthy coined the quarter of the draw that these guys find themselves in as pretty much the quarter of death, because Mikuru Suzuki's already had a match out on the stage so far this year, but she had to negotiate Kirsty Viinikainen, who came in as one of the strong favourites. And then your reward is playing the legend that is Deta Hedman.
Yeah, Viinikainen, we saw winning the Welsh Open, of course, impressive there.
26.
That was against Deta as well, I think, wasn't it? Or was that the semi-final?
Yeah, semi-final against Deta. Trying to remember who she did play. Eileen van Graaf, maybe? Or Steenkamp, Priscilla Steenkamp.
41.
Yes, it was Priscilla. Yeah, Priscilla still in this tournament.
Shows the quality of darts players now. Many fighting for that top accolade of world #1 and becoming world champion at the Lakeside. Deta Hedman is going to have to ghost them if she's going to put her name on that title in 2025. As she will never ever give up, will she?
95.
No, absolutely not. She's a seeded player of the two. As you say, Mikuru Suzuki, when you look at the ranking, she's down at number 28 in the world, but it's just reflective of the fact that she's only really played in a few WDF events. So now, she won one in Korea, as mentioned. She also won over in Mongolia.
Yeah, if she doesn't travel, then, you know, her ranking won't go up. Someone like Stephen Rosney we saw earlier, he's unranked as well, and, you know, he's still playing well, and he plays a lot at home. Doesn't travel as much as others and play tournaments because, let's face it costs a lot to travel the world.
It does, and there's so much darts that's accessible to people now, and quite a lot of it on your own doorstep, so that is the option that a lot of players will take. I remember seeing Mikuru when she'd flown over and had to negotiate things like jet lag and delays at airports, couldn't get direct flight to the UK, and I guess it just becomes just a little bit taxing when you do it 3, 4, 5 years consecutively.
Mikuru leads 1-0 against Deta Hedman, 3rd seed in the Lakeside World Championships.
60. Deta Unicorn 101.
Can she kickstart things with a 101?
What a disaster. She's taken off the odd one.
Couldn't find the treble.
41. Mikuru Unicorn 145.
Will she have a second bite of the cherry? 145 for Mikuru.
Nine.
Yeah, head in hands, made a bit of a mess of that. And this could be the first opportunity for Deta Hedman in this set to get a leg on the board. Did have a few darts in the opening set, but not many, but no mistake this time. Deta Hedman chalks up her first leg of this match.
She's got the throw in this second set, a set that she needs to win.
100.
Never changes her rhythm, never increases her tempo. Methodical.
Yeah, it's something that when people ever ask, you know, how do you improve at darts? How, you know, have a look at those players that have a throw that they can replicate. Deta's is probably
81.
Slightly more complicated than most in terms of the movement of the dart in the hand when she pulls it back, but she replicates it over and over again. But if you want to talk about follow-through, just look at Mikuru Suzuki's arm as she lets that go.
60.
The best follow-throughs that we see.
Yeah, consistency. Repetition, that's what darts is all about. Well, you don't want to follow that one in though.
And it's about being able to adjust.
Minute adjustments as well.
68.
Such was Mikuru Suzuki's impact in the 2019 World Final, where she played Lorraine Winstanley. She went 7 into a 9 in that final as well. I remember it clearly because it was the first time I'd ever had the opportunity to sit in and do commentary. She was very dominant that year.
60.
Very different, I guess, to everyone kind of else back then. third world title this year. Be some comeback. A long way towards it by beating Deta Headman. I'm sure she'll have something to say about it. First turn 80 of the match. Gets it down to a finish.
Could be an important 180. We often say in darts it's about timing. This is a leg that Suzuki threw first on, and this is potentially taken on a similar pattern to the opening match we saw between McKinlay and Pauling.
Wants a treble. Drifted right twice there.
96.
After that 1080, there was a little chance. Is McKinlay going to shut the door? She does. Slam.
Third leg is Deta through first. Game on.
Yeah, punishes that miss with a 17 dart holder throw. Deta Headman would have felt that she should have got down to at least a double from that position.
Three, first to two. Mikoro Suzuki creeping closer. Following each other in. 180 apiece. That little yellow box with a 9 in it. Always exciting to see it. Here comes Deta in response.
140.
Really replied in kind. Has to settle for a 140. You just don't want to say too much. The curse of the commentator.
I said nothing. Put my mic down. Let's have a watch. One's in. Wow, great first 6 darts. 5 perfect. Putting real pressure on Deta Headman's throw.
100.
Yeah, but credit to Deta, she's in this leg.
60.
And no treble for Mikuru. Deta Headman needs to make a dent in this 176.
Another one in there would be perfect.
100.
Really set for a double from that position. Again, this is a finish as well within the remit of Mikuru Suzuki.
Missed the big 11 or the treble 11. She's quite comical. She's like, oops.
89.
You know? Doesn't take
Deta
herself too
requires
seriously
76.
at all, does she? 76 for Deta Headman. Staying up top, double 18. 2-1 in legs.
Yeah, that's came short.
Big dart. Big moment. Deta Headman ahead in the second set, 2 legs to 1.
Very little reaction there from Deta Headman, just trying to stay in the moment, stay focused. Still a lot of work to do for
60.
Caribbean Queen.
Does she show emotion?
She is quite a cool and collected character. I think most of the emotion you may see comes out at the end of a match.
45.
If she goes on to win this one, I think we'll see a fair bit of it. Similar tempo to both these players, really.
76.
A little bit quicker, but not much in it.
Quite often when you play a player that plays at the same pace as you, it's conducive for good darts, and we're seeing a pretty good standard from both of these, averaging just shy of 80.
100.
What kind of averages are you looking at to win the Women's World Championship? If you're nudging around the 80, you're really in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, anything around that mark, but it's really, we look at averages, but they're an indicator. I mean, that match between McKinlay and Pauling earlier, that they played really well, barring one leg, and that one leg where they missed handfuls of darts at a double, it damages the average.
Double one. They were there for hours, just like me.
Yeah, I said before, I really do empathise. I've been there myself. Sometimes with Deta Hedman's points, you'll probably notice they've obviously got that wobble. It's a certain type of point that she uses, but they're quite hard to pick out exactly where they land in the board.
Look, what weight does she play with?
Good question. Don't think they're particularly heavy.
We shall do some research quickly.
81.
Watch the darts. No one's on a finish yet.
Oh, I take it back. 27 grams.
27.
They're pretty heavy.
They stay in the board.
66.
Coming to the crucial point now of this leg. Hedman breaks, she takes the set. 175 plays 173. Suzuki's throw.
When you've got two players of the calibre of these two, you want to see it go the distance, go right down to the wire.
Like Dan said about this half of the draw, it's almost a shame that you're losing this calibre of player. You want them all in the quarters, in the semis.
40.
You know, if you're going to win the World Championship, you've got to beat everybody, beat the best.
Beat whoever's in front of you, and it's a real opportunity now. Deta Hedman, double 12.
Across the board to double 6.
72. Mikuru Yurikoa, 130.
She's on double 3. Mikuru Suzuki, 133. No finish. Headman will have a chance. Will she stay on 3s? I would imagine so. You want to take all the darts in your hand if you get a chance for a double while your opponent's on double top.
That's been shown in the second set.
There we have it. Deta Hedman squaring things up. One set apiece in this last 16 round 2 clash. Winner takes all in this one.
It looks like it could be the perfect start for Mikuru Suzuki, but it's a slip with the third. Yeah, proper old school visit there from Deta Hedman. Look at some of the younger players come through and they use so much of the board, and they will swap out the doubles for something they think is a bit more gettable, but no issues with double 3 there for Deta.
55.
Saw it earlier in Jensen Walker's when he switched, you know, and his opponent was on 70 odd. I was amazed. I think he tricked everyone.
The speed as well, the pace at which they
60.
know exactly which route they're going to take and what's left. Definitely an element of the game that you've seen that's had to improve over the last kind of 5-10 years. Board management more and more important.
How do you work on that? Just by playing darts, or do you, repetition? You know routes, different routes.
And I think the introduction of different ways of going for shots. 1-3-4 would traditionally maybe be like a treble 20, treble 18, double 10, whereas now people are looking at their treble 17, double 17 for double 16. So you'll have your preference of when it comes to what double you want to leave it on, but yeah, very much a lot of players now at the top end, they'll be thinking about what they're setting up after throwing their first dart.
41.
Not just throwing darts, it's mathematics. Programming yourself around the board. Quite unbelievable. The pace that some people do it at.
59.
It's phenomenal. In the third set, Deta Hedman, Mikuru Suzuki. Suzuki has the
79.
How crucial will that be?
She's in control, you feel, from this point, especially after that first dart to hold throw, and then all the pressure goes back on your opponent. Deta Hedman having to hold herself to stay within touching distance of Mikuru Suzuki.
If Suzuki wins, you do feel that the more she plays on this stage again, the better she will definitely get.
97.
She's definitely a big stage player. See some of their best stuff. for the cameras. I remember when she participated in the PDC World Championships, played James Richardson. She forced it all the way to a last set decider.
Looking to set this up, looking to leave tops, but
74.
She hits a 2.
55.
55 apiece, 1 set apiece.
Yeah, now it's Mukuru's turn to miss the big number. Yeah, just well, and it's double 16.
23.
This is a massive chance for Deta Hedman.
Headman to break the throw. 45 left and missed the 15. Make a decision, Deta. Double 16. Oh.
This came short of the first one.
Didn't start well, finished brilliantly. Breaks the throw.
Second leg is Deta to throw first.
Yeah, both sat on 55, but different outcomes. Suzuki and Hedman both missing those single numbers for an easy checkout, but Hedman finds a way.
.1040 will be nice to start with.
100.
Well, because Mikuru Suzuki threw first in this set, Hedman had to find a break. She's found that now, but it's not worth anything unless you can hold on to your darts in the next leg.
85.
Mikuru hasn't played under maybe this kind of pressure for a while. How is that going to affect her? How much does she want to stay in this competition?
It's just about timing and
70.
just taking those chances when they're afforded to you, and that could be a fatal miss for Mikuru Suzuki. It was only the one dart at a double, but it was punished, and like I say, it could prove costly as we get to the back end of this set.
The winner of this clash will play Sophie McKinlay, 2-1 victor against Paige Pauling.
60.
Just like that clash, this one is gonna go, you feel, to the wire. They're all big visits now, and that's a good one from Mikuru.
It's a superb response. 85 ton 140. Getting herself back in front.
That little drift. And that one gives Mikuru even more of a chance. Bang in the middle.
140.
Brave.
Yeah, I was holding my breath there. That is a risky strategy.
He was pretty close to that treble. It's Deta's turn to fill it up if she can, because she needs to put pressure on double 18.
100.
As Laura said, a break is only as good as the hold. Mikuru has a chance to break straight back.
Yeah, that's game short of the second.
And she does. One leg apiece. Back on throw.
Game on.
Yeah, it was a great response from Mikuru Suzuki, but I think Deta Hedman's at the back of the stage. When you watch your opponent walk back and then they're the first one to the oche again, it's not a nice feeling.
60.
How much of mind games go on in darts? We spoke earlier about it next door in Welsh commentary, saying about, you know, you play the board, but it's not as simple as that, is it?
No, I mean, it's different for different people. If you can switch
40.
off, that's great.
Yeah, you can, some people don't watch what your opponents are doing, or, you know, it's pretty tricky not to, isn't it? You know, you're in an environment like this, everyone's noisy, screaming. You've got your MC and your caller, your markers saying scores, so you know what's happening.
even if you don't watch, you're going to hear them, aren't you? Let's be honest. But perhaps when it comes to the crux, when it comes to the finish line and your opponent's on a finish, yeah, I might probably have had my back to them on occasion, just hoping and praying that I get back to the oche. There's a good pick-off with the last start for Suzuki.
Drift again from Deta. Needs a treble.
95.
Good last start from Deta Headman.
This is the test, isn't it, when you get to the business end of a match.
41.
He is very much who can hold it together and get across the line, because there really is very little to split these two in terms of stats, and nothing to split them in terms of scoreline.
Couldn't quite see if that first dart was in the treble 20 or not. Don't know why I look closer to my screen. It's not going to make it any clearer.
Again, it's those points that can sometimes be a little bit deceptive.
140.
10-40 from McEwan, who gets it on the finish. 115. Deta Headman starts with a treble.
Yeah, the disappointment there is finding the treble first dart, plenty of room, and then only 21 points for the next two.
Looking for 18s, finds a single one.
45.
Not the best visit from McEwan. 105 for Deta Headman to break the throw again. She's hit treble 5, double 15. Unconventional, but it doesn't matter. They all count. Disappointment written all over McEwan's face. But Deta Headman taking the darts away from her again. And I was one leg away from the next round at the Lakeside World Championships.
Yeah, we often put a lot of emphasis on who throws first, but this third set has been a complete breakathon. Every leg going against the darts, and that's a trend that Deta Headman, I think, will want to finish here in leg 4, set number 3.
41.
And she starts with a 41. Can it be punished? Doesn't look like it will be.
28.
Both players feeling a little bit of tension in the arm, but perhaps.
They've already been up there for around half an hour now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. There's no breaks here, you know. It's the games go by, and in the modern game, players are off quite a lot. As we watch it turn 80, it's obviously not affecting McEwan, but it's a long time to be on the oche. You're under the lights. It must be pretty hot up there. Don't get a break.
Yeah, I think it can be quite difficult to negotiate personally, I think. Especially when you get to this end of the match and it's your concentration as well, having to concentrate for that extended period of time if you're not used to playing that many legs. I think one of the open matches, that could go 25 legs.
Could mean great television.
62.
Pretty tough on the players. Great last start from McEwan Suzuki. 2 single ones, found the treble with the last. Remember, in his first 2 sets, Deta Headman is 1 leg away from victory. Neither performing great in this leg, though.
No, despite the 180, McEwan Suzuki has not been able to find and string together any big visits, but that last start could be enormous. Could be on for our 4th consecutive break of throw. We did say it felt like a match that could go the distance.
said, you don't want to lose the players. Well, neither of them wants to leave.
36, Mikuru Unicorn 131.
1-3-1. Doesn't need to finish it. She can tidy it right up.
91.
She does that. She'll have 3 darts at tops to make it 2 legs apiece in the final set.
I've been really impressed with how both players have managed to fire back after the disappointment of losing their respective legs in this set.
40.
Switch to 10s.
26. Deta
That is not good.
132.
Left herself on 7-7. Headman 1-3-2 for the match.
Can't finish from that position, so Suzuki will be back. 7-7 is not most dart players' favourite target on the board. Need to be quite aggressive with the first dart. If you go inside with the second, then
52.
throw over.
Mikuru Unicorn 14.
7-7. Another 2 bites at the cherry. One last one.
7. Deta Unicorn 80.
80 for the match. Single 20 for tops.
Game. Shot.
Oh, a camera angle couldn't show that the dart was in, but Deta Headman takes this clash in the last 16, beating 2-time world champion Mikuru Suzuki. Super game, went the distance. But Deta Headman, the Caribbean Queen, is the one left standing in the Lakeside World Championship. Cracker of a game.
Absolutely brilliant. Such solid performances from both, but it was Hedman who was afforded a few extra opportunities at the end. It was 6 missed darts for Mikuru Suzuki at the tail end of that match, and 80 proved to be no problem for the Caribbean Queen.
Deta Headman leaves the stage, but she will return.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a quick 5-minute break. 5 minutes time, we will return
When she
with our
does
final
return,
match of
she
the
will
session.
be up
As the
against
number 2
Sophie
seed,
McKinlay.
Jason Brandon takes on Mitchell Lawrie.
As we hear who's coming next, Mitchell Lawrie against Jason Brandon at the Lakeside World Championship. But Deta Headman will have all the plaudits from this clash against Mikuru Suzuki. Tension all the way through this one. Nobody wanted a whole throw for a while. But as you can see, the final score, Deta Headman beats Mikuru Suzuki 2-1. Finished on tops. One of many doubles she hit. One of many trebles as well. A couple of 1080s in there. A lot of tension. But the arm of Deta Headman was the freer one towards the end. She had some fun as well in that last one. In the last leg. There's another 1080 going in. But Deta Headman takes the spoils in this one and marches on to the quarterfinals.
The 47th annual Winmore Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open runs from 16th through 18th of January. Sign up for a chance at Open Women's 2026 WDF World Championship spots.
The Romanian Darts Festival is 23rd to 25th of January. Register by Wednesday the 23rd of January to join one of the WDF British darting festivals in historic Bucharest.
The Toto Dutch Open Darts is 5th to 8th of February. Registered by 15th of January. With 2026 WDF World Championship places on offer, it's the world's largest darts party. Don't miss it.
The Irish Open, Irish Classic and Killarney Open take place in November 2026. The WDF's second biggest festival offers more chances for 2027 World Championships qualification.
For more details on each tournament, visit the link in the description. Special thanks to sponsors and partners Target, Luke 1977, Master Cooler, Domberg, and broadcast partner S4C.
We conclude the second round of the Open competition here at the 2025 WDF Lakeside World Championship. This is the home of World Darts. This is Lakeside. We welcome welcome back to the stage the youngest participant in Open WDF World Championship history, the reigning Irish Classic, Welsh Open and British Open champion from Scotland, Weesoaks, Mitchell Lawrie! His opponent is last year's Lakeside World Championships semi-finalist, the reigning Port City USA Open and Hungarian Open champion, the number 2 seed from the USA, Jason Brandon!
Well, this is the main course of the evening. The man of the moment, the 15-year-old sensation that is Mitchell Lawrie. Already 3 senior titles to his name in 2025. Came into this Lakeside field hotly tipped to have a really good run. And he certainly proved his worth in his opening round match. On the face of it, a 90 average maybe doesn't stand out too much. But it was the final set where Mitchell Lawrie seriously showcased his talents. A couple of 1-4-5 finishes with a 10-darter sandwiched in between. This boy has got levels. He could become, if all goes to plan, one of the real greats of the sport. Bookmakers now make him joint favourite to go and win the Open title along with Dutchman Jimmy van Schie. But the number 2 seed is not a man to be disrespected. Jason Brandon had a fabulous debut here last year. Got all the way to the semi-finals, particularly showed what he was about after a 4-3 quarter-final win over former champion Neil Duff. Unfortunately, it ended with a 5-0 walloping at the hands of Paul Lim. He'll certainly be out to prove that there are 2 players competing here, but Scott Mitchell, as Mitchell Lawrie starts with a 180. Just how can you sum up his career so far and what impact you think he can have at Lakeside?
60. I think he has all the attributes. I mean, I don't know him very well. I've met him probably properly this afternoon for the first time, and he seems a cheeky little chappy, very confident in himself, confident in his own ability. 45. But he comes across as quite respectful as well. So I think that, yes, you need that kind of 93 outward goingness to have the confidence within yourself. But he looks a lot older than 15 as well. So, but I like the fact that he was saying that he doesn't mind who he plays, and at that age you don't mind who you play. Here we go. Another treble 20 for the ball. The bullseye. What a dream start this would be.
145.
And again, he just enjoys the game. Just enjoys the game. Goes for every shot that's there. And you can go for that when your opponent's on 296.
25.
Double eights. 14 darter. Mitchell Lawrie starts with a bang. The obvious comparisons are being made with Mitchell Lawrie. We don't need to mention the name of the player who everybody knows it, but
60.
Laurie's been very understated in what he said to the press. He said, I don't want to be the next new Luke Littler, I just want to be me.
180.
Well, he's being me quite nicely at the moment, isn't he?
I don't know about you, Scott, but I'm getting excited. What
a start. What a start. Now here comes Brandon.
Not since the great Paul Lim has a perfect leg ever been struck on the Lakeside stage, and the wait goes on.
47.
What I love about that, there was no reaction from him. Absolutely no reaction. He wasn't bothered.
90. Mitchell, you require 94.
Well found by Brandon. Lawrie looking at 94. Will he go two doubles? Yes, he will. Another double 19.
56. Jason, you require 71.
It's the new way. That's the way people go. Oh, misses the big number. Misses a big number
45.
again.
Mitchell, you require 38.
26 left, but he's hit the double 19 already. Surely he's got to go for it.
Game shot, the second leg. Mitchell Lawrie.
Well, the way this is going, Jason Brandon could be back at Heathrow Airport flying to Tennessee by midnight. Remarkable beginning.
$93.
Nice bit of fortune.
Massive deflection. Massive deflection from Mitchell Lawrie.
60.
Well, you saw the averages, 109 and a half.
134.
Now, the highest average we've ever had at Lakeside came from Richard Veenstra against, weirdly enough, Luke Littler 3 years ago. It was around the 104 mark.
42.
Yeah, Richard now applying his trade
140.
over in the PDC. Just a real likeable fellow, Richard Veenstra. I know the family very well.
58.
Maybe they're watching
Mitchell,
tonight, and if they are,
134.
good evening to the Veenstra family.
Another treble 17 for double 16. Finds it. Double 16. That is a majestic first set from Mitchell Lawrie.
Second set, first
A
leg.
1-3-4 finish, 6 darts into a 9, missing the ball for a 170. It is all going off here. And even Jason Brandon can afford to raise a smile.
100.
Well, that average suggests it's 13 darters across the board. That's what 115.62 means.
85.
Yeah, it sure does. You don't see those very often.
57.
Just so mature for his age. He's going around the stage here. He just does not
97.
look fazed by anything.
$140. $85.
180.
180! Jason, you require 134.
The grouping of them. They're on a pinhead. 2 double tops. That's what he wanted, Jason Brandon.
94. Mitchell, you require 24.
Half-hearted attempt, but Lawrie for his 4th leg in a row here. Double 12. Double 6. Groans from the crowd.
Jason, you require
Now,
40.
how he reacts to things like this as a young man.
Game shot the first leg.
How he
Jason
reacts to
Brandon,
things like this is...
first. Game on.
This is all part of the learning curve for him. There is no fast track to experience. You do have to learn it. He has all the weaponry, doesn't he? He has everything
85.
in him as a player. Once you develop that experience and add that to what he already has, wow, wow, wow.
$60. $60.
Was a historic moment when Mitchell won the Welsh Open title back at the end of August on S4C, where he beat the experienced
100.
Darren Johnson, who responded very philosophically, simply conceded that Mitchell was younger, fitter and better. And it's not a flash in the pan either. Wins in the final of the British Open and the Irish Classic, along with a spate of youth titles.
140.
Ironically, I believe he's from Renfrew, which is home of the Scottish Open for many years now.
134. Jason, you require 116.
Brandon needs treble 19.
92.
Leaves himself well placed.
Mitchell, you require
But
16.
for how long?
His composure here, comes in and has a good look.
Game's on the second leg. Mitchell Lorie. The leg is Jason, the throw first.
Loud as the crowd have been all evening here for Mitchell Lawrie.
He gave that board a proper stare down, didn't he?
137. $140.
Winner here takes on Jeff Springer Jr., who was parachuted into round 3 due to Andy Davidson's withdrawal.
55.
If Mitchell Lawrie continues to play like this, then a USA derby between Brandon and Springer looks unlikely.
100. $58. 140.
Well, many people think darts is becoming a young person's sport, and Lawrie wants to become a figurehead of that movement.
60. Mitchell, you require 121.
His eyes lighting up at the prospect of a 1-2-1.
81.
Not to be, but Brandon languishing in non-finishing range.
Laurie's just playing his own game. He's not thinking about what the opponent's doing. He's just going up there, throwing his own darts. Every dart he throws, he wants to give it a chance at the target that he's trying to hit. Whether it's double top there or whether it's 3 at treble 20. once again showing age is no limit to the game of darts. If you're good enough,
100.
you're old enough.
$58.
And again, it's that awareness. 408 after 3 darts, switching to the 18s
59.
because a little bit like Littler, Lorrie's someone who likes to show off. 350 and 6 won't go.
140.
Optimists will say that Jason Brandon has a 100%
100.
record on the doubles. He's had 1 attempt. That's how difficult it's been.
That's all he's been allowed, isn't it?
96.
Lawrie throws quite quickly. Wants his toes to the oche, but there's a definite
96. Mitchell, you require 114.
mindset process on his approach. He's allowing Jason Brandon to come back behind the oche before he goes in and approaches.
He wants double 19 for a 2-set advantage.
76. Jason, you require 146.
Going the 19s route.
$96. Mitchell, you require 38. Game sharpness, second set. Mitchell Lawrie.
He does like that double 19, doesn't he?
Game on.
Takes a 2-set lead in quick fashion here. He's now back on throw in set 3.
100.
And the young man continues to impress. This was always going to be a test, playing one of last year's
42.
semi-finalists. And you have to say, he's playing the board. He's not playing the player. He's not playing
100.
the name. He's just going up there and doing what he knows that he does on that practice board at home. And he's just bringing it to the big stage.
And let's have it right, he's not playing a
60.
darting no mark either. Brandon's run last year wasn't a fluke, and this year he's gone on to have some fantastic results in the WDF system. Won the Hungarian Classic very recently, got to the semi-finals of the World Masters, and over in the PDC,
95.
beat former Lakeside champion Stephen Bunting on the Madison Square Garden stage.
Yeah, he's had a good year. Jason Brandon.
45.
As is Mitchell Lawrie. Let's not forget he's still in the
58.
JDC World Final as well on the 20th of December at Ali Pali. I think he plays Kaya Basu actually at that final. I'm not
140.
sure.
Mitchell, you require 148.
Someone we'll see towards the end of the week.
$56. $140. Mitchell, you require 92.
Double 16. Next up.
76. Jason, you require 74.
He's offered an opportunity here to Jason Brandon. Big 20. It's a nice marker.
54.
Thought that was going to lay on the top, but it hasn't.
Mitchell, you require 16.
The momentum here can continue with Mitchell Lawrie if he takes this 16. The young man composes himself.
Game shot.
And there we go.
Mitchell Lawrie. Second leg against Jason before
Right in the crowd.
Game on. 66.
Do you know what I want for Mitchell Lawrie? I want people to just allow him to play. We know he has potential. As he hits a 180 right on cue and makes me look like I know what I'm talking about. We've got to let him. We've got to let him be that kid. We've just got to let him go 100. And play. Without the comparisons, without the. Just let him be. Just let him be that kid that just loves playing darts. But unfortunately in darts we don't allow that. He's going to hit the headlines, he's going to hit the press and continually do so if he continues to play like this.
98.
And rightly so.
Treble 17.
171.
Wonderful from Jason Brandon. He's not going to give up without a fight.
He's in
the fight of his life. He needs to win here.
The leg, it's Mitchell.
11 dart leg. And I think Jason Brandon, with a big smile on his face, knows the race might be run.
That's Dad in the crowd and he looks nervous. Like, mate, your boy's 2 sets up, 2 up in the third. There's nothing to be nervous about.
100.
And he doesn't even look like giving it up anytime soon either, does he? There's the power pack scoring stats. 5 180s, 7 140s, 13 tons. Amazing stuff from young Mitchell Lawrie.
57.
Might need to take this in 4 to beat that Lakeside record.
28.
Well, you've talked it in.
140. Mitchell, you require 64.
Double 8 for a 3-0 win.
48.
Brandon looking over at the score thinking, I need a hedgehog here to catch him up.
Mitchell, you require 16.
Double 2.
12. Jason, you require 116.
Perhaps he does get nervous. That was to get over the line. Perhaps he is real.
98.
Jason Brandon's a real fighter. He's only had 3 darts at double. The record might be off.
No score. Jason, you require
8 darts at double, would you believe? 8 match darts.
Game shot the third leg.
That's a great dart from Jason Brandon. Hand credit, give credit to where it's due.
Game on.
Didn't deserve a go. Mitchell Lawrie kind of fluffed his lines at the finishing line there. He just
180.
hit the brakes. This is where we're talking about the learning stuff coming in for the young man.
60. 93.
Going to see lots more of Mitchell Lawrie over the coming years, no matter what happens here in this game.
40. 98. 59.
You have to
Jason,
say,
you require 130.
the little effect within darts. We're going to see lots more. It's like Mitchell Lawrie coming through.
98.
Well, he can't leave a finish.
140. Jason, you require 32.
He can try with the no-look third dart.
Game shot the fourth leg. Jason Brandon. Fifth leg, Mitchell to throw first. Game on.
Well, we're going all the way in this third set. Seemed likely.
You did say a couple of legs ago, Dan, that he wouldn't go away, Jason Brandon.
96.
I agreed. This would be quite a momentum swing here if he could
100.
break the Mitchell Lawrie throw and take this third set.
96. 100.
Should start downstairs this first dart. He does.
133. 60.
And that's unlucky. 3 perfectly thrown darts just didn't find their desired location. So it opens the door for Mitchell Lawrie.
59.
He goes trebleless also. You feel here Brandon needs a double treble visit. It's the minimum requirement. Oh, superb.
180.
Superb, Jason Brandon.
117.
Just when there's hope for Brandon. Mitchell Lawrie squashes it.
Mitchell Lawrie.
Another tremendous performance on the Lakeside stage from this frighteningly talented 15-year-old. He sealed the deal with a 117 checkout, and particularly in the early stages, Mitchell Lawrie was irresistible. Jason Brandon tried his might. His dad, Fraser, can't quite believe how talented his son is. You better believe it, Mitchell Lawrie, a real contender
please
here.
show your appreciation to Jason Brandon. And the record breaker, the history maker, marches on to round 3, Mitchell Lawrie. Ladies and gentlemen, that does bring D6 to a conclusion. Have you all had a good night? Who's coming back tomorrow?
Well, Mitchell Lawrie walks off the
Fantastic
stage.
stuff. Well, everyone returning tomorrow.
He has
We look forward
amazed
to
and
seeing you
dazzled
for
everyone
our next
in
double
attendance
session.
at
And for
Lakeside
everyone
this
departing,
evening.
thank you very much.
He will
for coming
face
to the
another
Lakeside Country
American
Club this evening. It's
in
been a
the
pleasure
third
having
round
your
of the
company,
competition.
and we hope to see you once
Jeff
again
Springer
very
Jr.
soon. Thank you very much
He
once
might be
again,
taking a
ladies
big
and
gulp
gentlemen. See
watching
you next
what he has
time.
just
Thank
seen
you, and
unfold.
good night.
Things got a tiny bit sloppy towards the end, but Mitchell Lawrie has been the star of the show. He has taken most of the headlines throughout the course of this Lakeside World Championship. The number 2 seed did not pose enough problems early on. Lawrie took a 2-set advantage. He went 6 into a 9 darter. Concessionary nods throughout from Jason Brandon. There was that 1-3-4 checkout from the man dressed in lime green tonight, paying homage to another darting sensation in Michael van Gerwen. Things got awkward towards the end. He missed 8 match darts to win 3-0 in the 3rd set. But there was the match-winning top shot pinned from Mitchell Lawrie. He can celebrate, he can crack open the iron bruise. He is a serious player at Lakeside this week. Well, here's what's coming up tomorrow afternoon. We begin with England versus New Zealand. The number 4 seed James Beaton takes on Caleb Hope, who has been impressive in the early stages. Matt Clark is in action against Francois Schreien. Look who's back in the boys tournament. If winning Lakeside outright wasn't enough, he's wanting 2 trophies. Mitchell Lawrie takes on Adam Sepsi of Hungary. We then go back to the open draw as Slovenia's Benjamin Pratnemar faces Sibren Heibels of Belgium. Our first look at the women's draw tomorrow sees Eileen de Graaf, the number 8 seed, a former finalist here, face Eve Watson, who was superb in her first round match. The Welsh woman certainly one to watch out for. And then we end tomorrow afternoon's session with the defending champion, the Republic of Ireland's Shane McGurk, against Jonas Masselin of Finland, who's put in a couple of good performances already this tournament. Well, we can now hear from Mitchell Lawrie. He's speaking in the players' room with Shonert